You're right, Kraken. What was that? Do you remember what that person was called on PS4 stream, man? That came in with that. What was their name? Oh my goodness, well remembered. Yeah, for those who don't know, when I streamed Spider-Man, I was using the PS4 stream then. Like, I was like streaming a stream of it for reasons that are too boring to explain, and on the original streams, not the one through this channel, just one time there was just one reply from someone called V-Night21, and it was, yeah, it was just, a sort of 4-letter words, which is just so funny to track back on and be like, why did they do this? What was there? Hi, so, who have we got? Hi Armour, hi Cricken. Hello V-Night21 if you're there. I know you are. How are we all this evening? So I don't mean to go too broken record, but I do genuinely want this to be quite a short one this evening. I'll see if we can get a chapter done, maybe. I kind of want to get it done within an hour, but I probably need to keep expectations in check on that. Oh my god, have you actually... I was like, alright, Tide. I was like, oh wait, it means he's actually started FF10. Oh, that's wonderful. I hope you're enjoying it. I just... Will you just hit like a form of Nirvana, like difficult to fully digest when you get to that laughing scene? Gosh, that's gonna be wild. I know, I think it's pretty safe to say Armour will approve of your life choices there, Cricken. Oh, I see! Alright! I honestly took that as like... I was just reading the chat sequentially, so I was like... Oh, he's playing the game this very infamous laugh is from. Oh, that's brilliant. Sorry, change your battle style. Not really taunting this, maybe. Oh, that's quite good actually. Oh wait, no, that's way too expensive. Oh, I just blew loads of experience. Like, it's neat, but I don't know if I needed it that badly. Oh, I suppose I could reload it, but... Well, let's get at least one more fin from... Actually, I think these are all expensive though. Ah, that one's quite good. There we go. Armour, you think they've been lurking ever since, do you? I choose to buy this theory as well. Without question. Quite funny. Yeah, how is Yakuza 6 so far? I played the demo of it briefly. You can tell that's on a new beefier engine, can't you? Same one that Kiwami 2 is on, isn't it? And Judgment as well, I think.
また一家に戻れるのか。どうだろうな。どの道俺は組織の放つまいものだ。戻ったところでな。案外今くらい自由な身の方が俺には合ってるのかもな。いっそのこと探偵をやってみるのもいいんじゃないか。いやせや。俺は腐っても警察官だ。勇敢マダムの浮気調査や猫の行方探しなんてな柄じゃねえ。もっとこう正義のために駆け回っていたいんだよ。そうかい。
I know I always say this every stream, please let me know if you can hear my fan. Because I always see the mic volume thing jumping up. Oh god, sorry. Sorry, Darcy. And that always makes me panic. Oh, nice, Cricket. Yeah, you reckon your rig will do it at 60? I'm trying to remember what you've... I'm trying to remember what you've got. I always get confused who's on the desktop and who's on the laptop. Oh, you actually modded a PS3? Well, for real, like for homebrew and such. That's exciting. Yeah, but Yeah, well spotted. Yeah, everything went really nicely, thank you. I've upped the difficulty on it a bit every time, but the thing with that is certain exercises on it ruin me more than others. So squats, the number of squats you have to do if you pick that move at the level I'm at now, it's I don't think I can at least not easily muster it. It's a little rough. But the other moves aren't that bad comparatively, but no, I am loving it and hopefully I can now. Look at these two. They love him fit as well. But yeah, hopefully I can figure out streaming it in time. I'm going to play it tomorrow as well, hopefully.
お久しぶりです。
おお、桐生か。
はい。先日出所してまいりました。
で、セラの葬式屋の大暴れだ。
Yeah, we might have done that.
どうした？炭でも入れ直しに来たのか？
いえ。
Oh, that's right. We got that photo.
月下美人だな。一年に一晩しか咲かねって花だ。
実はこの入れ墨、
俺が掘ったって言いてえのか？確かにこれは俺の文様だが、最近は真似するやつも多い。俺は掘った入れ墨は全部覚えてるんだ。こいつは俺じゃねえよ。
そうですか。
もしもし。おお、お前か。ああ、いるぜ。錦山からだ。
え？
おお。
桐生だ。
久しぶりだ、兄弟。
どうして俺がここにいると？
情報ってのは権力の大きいところに集まるもんだ。今の俺は欲しいと思った情報は大概手に入る。
水木の死体はもう見たか？
なんだと？
お前と差しで話がしたい。明日夜の10時、セレナで会おう。
That's a former big friend turned rival.
色入れ直してやる。弱っちい竜じゃ今の錦山には勝てねえぜ。
Oh, what a legend. Yeah, he was the guy who did Kuryu's tattoo before. Did a good job, didn't he?
お前は竜を、そして錦山は恋を背中に入れた。入れ墨ってのは背負ってるそいつ自身が光らせるもんでな。今錦山の背中はすげえ色に輝いてるはずだ。
Oh, god damn it. Oh, I need to look into, is that the controller, is that the... There we are.
これでやっとあいつはお前と対等に張り合える。
俺と？
黄河を泳ぐ恋は山脈を経てやがて龍門に入る。龍門を登りきった恋は龍に生まれ変わるんだ。奴は龍門を登りきろうとしている。最後に龍になるためには。
I think that's the thing Magikarp becoming Gyarados is based on. I want to say. Like that fable is the like. I think it's like Magikarp is the koi who then turns into the dragon, aka Gyarados. Oh, if it's not that, it's a very similar sounding one. Probably safe to say it is that though. But yeah, I think I'll probably just sprint from story beat to story beat today. Sorry. Let's go straight through it. Oh really, Cricket? That's cool that maybe I should look into that. Sorry. That's cool people are still doing that on people are still figuring out PS3 homebrew. That scene sounds quite alive then, which is quite neat. So it's quite, what you were saying, that makes it easier to do those. Yeah, because some, like my basis for easy hacking is just like the Wii with like just the letter bomb and You stick that on an SD card, and you're all sorted.
サイの河原が一番安全だろ。あそこか。まあ確かにそうだろうが。
行かないよ。私。
どうしたの、はるかちゃん。
おじさん、さっきお母さんのこと調べに行ってたんでしょ。なのに、なんで連れて行ってくれないの？私、お母さんに会いたいの。ここに遊びに来たんじゃないの。
おい、はるか。
このペンダントでしょ。このペンダントがみんな欲しいんでしょ。私なんてどうだっていいんでしょ。おじさんだってきっと100億円欲しいから私と。
Oh, jeez. Why do people kill you?
すまん。
お母さんのこと教えてよ。
Jesus,
何か知
dude.
ってるんでしょ。ねえ、教えてよ。なんとか言いなさいよ。
はるか、キリはな、お前のお母さんが。うるせえ、言うな。はるか、今は俺を信じてくれ。それしか言えない。
私だって信じたい。でも私にはお母さんしかいないの。おじさんが勝手にするって言うなら
This is gonna bloody ruin me, isn't it?
さよなら。
はるかちゃん。
はるか。
Ooh. Yeah, can we not have, because Darte did that yesterday with his daughter, just a light slap on the face. Can we not do that? A bit strange.
キリュウちゃん、急いで。
Yeah, no worries at all on the alert, Cricket. Oh yeah, she'll be much older if you're on the sixth game, aren't you? I'd assume that's probably like at least 10 years after this, chronologically. Maybe a bit more. Maybe a bit less. Oh, sorry. I don't know. Hiya, Matt. How you doing, fella? Just a quick evening one today, Matt. I can't remember if I've streamed every day in the week before, but I think I'm en route to do that this week. I don't know if I'll be on Yakuza tomorrow, but I might as well finish it off. Not Yakuza, I might as well finish the week off with another. Might as well get that in as well. I want to try and finish this towards the 30th, but I'll try and be fair to myself if I don't like ridiculously rush it. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we've left a Yakuza game for a while, should I have to leave it. I mean, I say that, man, but I'll probably still be on until 11, knowing me. We'll see how it goes.
本当か。
あ、はい。すぐそこのゲームセンターに入っていきましたよ。
Did you go to the Sega?
なんか様子が変だったな。
どんな感じだった？
ええ、なんか妙に寂しそうっていうか、うつむいたまま歩いてたんで、声かけられなかったんですよ。
そうか。あいつはまだ店にいるのか？
いや、ちょっとそこまでは。でも店の客に聞けばわかると思いますよ。
Oh, cool, Matt. Yeah, that's partly why I don't want to be on for too long. That and I don't think doing several 4-hour streams every day is probably that healthy, so I might need moderation. But I also did want to raid Adus as well, so hopefully we can do that. She's raided me quite a few times now, so don't need to be fair.
なんか酔っ払った怪しい男が幼い女の子。
Ooh.
危ないよね。
Oh dear.
へえ、どこで？七福通りの駐車場のところ。超やばい。
Oh, guys, could have called the police or something. I mean, granted, that might cause complications. Yes, I'm aware, Matt. I mean, I'm at a point where I can say that without, like, every orifice of my skin crawling, at least. So, progress? Yeah, we'll say progress. Do you reckon you'll ever play one of these, Matt? You seem to take to Yakuza 0 quite a bit. Like watching it. I suppose they are games you can kind of experience, what's the term I'm looking for? Like when you experience something through someone else. There's a perfect word for that. It's not coming to mind. Yeah, I saw that. She was playing that on Wii. It's, I'm kind of curious to check that out, because, well, I mean, that'll be point and click, kind of thing, I assume, right? Yeah, I'll definitely try and, I think she doesn't tend to, like, she tends to finish a bit earlier than I do on streams, probably sensibly, really. Not going until, like, 1 AM or whatever. This is why I tend to miss her with raids, but hopefully we can get one in tonight. Even if there's only, like, a few of us going over. Still like to return the favour. That's quite fair, that's quite fair, Matt. Alright, we really shouldn't be, but you can have a beer. Why not? Oh, is he just gonna be like... Dude, we just gave you beer! Alright, well, I mean, these were at least these are really cheap beers, so we don't have to feel too, I still feel bad about enabling him, but... Oh, is he gonna bloody... Oh, just give him all of them, I guess. We don't really have any other use for them. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna... Yeah, I think we've wasted these. I mean, if we have to fight him, hopefully that'll be the... Hopefully that'll be, it'll be really rubbish at fighting. Oh, there we go. So is he... I'm kind of curious, is he saying that because we gave him loads of beer? Like he wanted, like if we hadn't done that, would he have just wanted to fight? A park somewhere. Sorry. Ooh! Oh god, hello. Oh no, this hasn't soft lock. Oh, there we are. Thank god. I thought it had soft lock there. The game just took a while to figure out what game it was. I forgot it was a Yakuza game. It'd been too long since we beat some dudes up. Oh really, man? Oh, gee, that's quite fun actually. That's a good use of a Twitch poll. That's great. Oh, sorry. Right, what would be in nearby? Oh no, it's gonna be there, of course, isn't there? Who's saying? Who's that? Oh, it's those punks we beat up. Okay, we can ignore them. Yeah, I definitely want to tune in there if I can. So I love how well she's taken to streaming and how much you guys seem to enjoy her stuff. She is very good at it, isn't she? I think the sense of humour plays very well into that. I think she started I think like a minute or two before I was about to. I got the notification, and I think that was about 8 o'clock. So she would have been on just over half an hour. I believe I'm right in saying. Ooh, warning sign. After I raid, I might keep playing this and just do some... like grinds and stuff maybe. I really need to like familiarise myself with the combat a bit more. I have quite a few abilities I'm probably not really using. Oh, actually, that's a point. Can we talk to anyone there?
What? Yeah.
I need to find that wooded katana. Oh, I see. Oh, she's only been on streaming, I think. I want to say a couple of months. I think since the start of the year, give or take. Might be worth asking with it. She's, I think, basically a few months, probably, give or take, she's been on. I saw she's got a shipboat emote now, which is amazing. Yeah, I'm not completely sure how far into this we are, but I think we've played about 10 hours. Actually, yeah, we played about 10 hours of it. And this is meant to be much shorter than Zero's, which is why I think I'm reasonably confident I might be able to beat it within a week. We'll see on that front, though. Completely sure. How have you been in general, Matt? How's your Saturday been? And that goes for everyone else in chat as well. Hope we're all faring well. Have you been out running as fast as Kuryu is, yeah? Sorry. Who is that? Oh, that is him talking there. Working, cool. Busy? You get a lot of takeout? Get a lot of people requesting takeout at the moment? Hiya, Tolo! How you doing, man? We're trying to find a little girl who may or may not have been kidnapped. It's very high stakes. How have you been, Tomo? How's your week gone? God, what's this? Oh, you can do like, you can do more like tournament fights, yeah. God, these games are just, if you're the 100% them, these games have God, so much content to go at. Oh, you've been at work, nice. So that been alright? That been keeping you going? Have you played any more Shenmue or anything? Similarly of note recently, any more 18-wheeler? Yeah, doing alright, thanks. I just got off Ring Fit Adventure, and then having dinner not that long ago. So I might just collapse at some point during this stream. It was, where is this? Hiya, X-Men! How you doing? Quite a few familiar faces popping in. How are you doing, Drake X-Men? Hope you're doing alright, man. Sorry. Yeah, we're just doing the, well, it's not going to be quick at this rate, because I go around in circles a little bit. Is it not here we're meant to be? Ah, it's fair, Tomo. Did you say you've played Yakuza? Oh, for God's sake, I'm being daft. It's actually there we need to go to. Oh, Children's Park. I'll just get the taxi there. All that time we spent running about was completely useless. My bad. Oh, did you? Oh, nice. Thank you, X-Men. I'll have to have a look at that. That'd be quite cool, like the Yakuza Island Express, someone from the team, or I don't know, maybe more than one. That's quite cool that I'm reacting to my own playthrough. Wow. and then sort of trying to figure out, like, because there was a bit of, I can't remember what it was now, X-Wing, but there was, like, weird unexplained stuff, wasn't there, that might be useful for, like, ironing out issues with it. So not here. So wait, is that actually... Oh, so she's not here after all then. Alright, let's get a taxi again. That's still cool, 2 of them still, that's really cool. That's also got me self-conscious though, like, oh god, was my gameplay bad? I hope it wasn't painful for them to watch. Oh, thanks, Tomo. Yeah, these are great games for streaming, definitely. A great fit for that. I mean, they have such a personality to them. I mean, unfortunately, we're at a slightly uneventful cul-de-sac where I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do next. Oh, I'm a bloody idiot, either. I just realised what I've done. I went in the taxi to go... try and go as... Ooh. Okay, we'll help this out here first. I might get the, I'm hoping we can figure this out, but I might just get the guide up if we, I don't want to spend ages trying to figure out. As I said, these games are usually very eventful. I mean, this is kind of eventful, right? But we are at a bit of a point where we're trying to figure out, Oh, you're playing Renfit as well. Nice, X-Win. You did raid someone once who was like speedrunning Renfit, didn't you? Which is, oh god, I can't even imagine what goes into trying to speedrun Renfit. That's amazing. Yeah, sure, Matt. That's, yeah, bless you for asking. Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I feel honoured, Matt. No, thank you. Hiya, Nico. That's okay. It's funny you've, so you do play them with X-Men. Hello? Ooh, I think we're back on. Are we back on? Oh dear, that was weird. Hello, sorry about that. That was weird. My internet just died for like half a minute, but it looks like it's back on now. Hopefully, gosh, I hope that's the last we see of that. That trouble. Sorry about that.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light.
Hiya, Pasties. How you doing, man? Everyone, Pasty's got the platinum trophy on Dark Souls.
My soul is saying it wants to stop you.
Everyone tell Pasties how good he is. He got the platinum on Dark Souls. Yeah, sorry about all the weirdness there. But yeah, I'm 3 sessions into Renfit X-Win, and yeah, I am really, thank you, Nico. Yeah, I am really enjoying that. No, I don't think it is that I need to... Are there any other parks, if it's something about a park... God, the music here is quite chilling, isn't it? Yeah, I'm at a bit of a loss, to be honest. Like maybe it is this one, but I can't. It wasn't that one. Sorry about this. Let me look this up. Let's have a look. Oh, you said you were playing Trials of Mana as well. Nice. What are your first impressions on that? It seems to have been pretty well received. It is cool that that specific game, like for years it just wasn't localized, right? The sequel to Mana, and then then all of a sudden it finally gets an official translation, like last year I think it was, and then a full-out like 3D remake. That's so new. Right, let me look. Chapter 8 I think we're on. Oh, apparently chapter 8 out of 12, so maybe we can beat this. Oh wait, no, I think we're... Wait, are we on chapter 8? No, chapter 7. Okay. So chapter 7 out of 12, you get your both children's and Wests. Ow, that gives me... So we need to go to Public Park 3 on Tenkaichi Alley. So where's that? Oh, there we are. Got the, Tenkaichi... There we are. God, that was hard work, wasn't it? Right, let's get a taxi. Oh, okay, so the game just established she's not there either. I wish he had done that like half an hour ago, however long we've been there. Right, there we are. Yeah, well, the original, yeah, that's kind of the big, selling point of that game, isn't it? The, how many different characters you can play as. I'm kind of curious how they handle that in the remake. It's a really interesting structure for that. I remember playing it a little bit on, yeah, via fan translation way back when. As I say, it's so cool they finally actually released that, because I know that was just one of the great game in Japan, only white whales for the longest time, wasn't it? Right, here we are. Sorry about the delay on that. Yeah, I wasn't past it. Matt! I just saw your comment.
桐生さんに伊達刑事ですね。こちらもお迎えする準備が整ったところです。ご案内いたします。
Oh, so it's quite faithful, the next one. Nice.
スターダストじゃないか。どういうことだ。
お入りになればわかりますよ。
Oh, that's cool, next one. Yeah, I would like to get that. I probably won't get it right away. Just because I'm low on money and I've really got enough games to play for the moment. But I definitely want that down the line, Trials of Mana. Would be nice to play for the original as well, actually. Ooh.
和樹たちはどうした？別室です。縛るくらいはしていますが、無事ですよ。
何者だ、お前ら。
それはやめておきましょう。お互いのためです。それより、お嬢さんが持っていたはずのペンダントは？お渡し願います。
渡せばはるかを返すんだな。
もちろんです。
Ooh.
ストップ。そこで止まってください。ペンダントをこちらに投げてください。
God, the tension doing
はる
that.
かすまない。
Oh. Oh.
伊達さん、無事か。
いや、はるかがくそ、浅井が腕を打たれた。
Oh. Oh, thank God they haven't got guns. Oh, there you go, X-Wing, yeah. I know that's, I mean, Pasty's can attest to that. That's often an interesting thing with going after achievements or trophies in terms of whether you need to, like, play it on multiple difficulties or if the difficulty achievements or trophies will stack up if you just do it on the hardest one. That can kind of vary, can't it? I think there's, like, somewhere, like, easy will kind of stack on higher ones than it, but... Oh, I've got an ability to disarm the jerk with a gun. Which one was that? So yeah, probably a good idea just to go straight to hard on that then, is it? But yeah, thanks for linking that. Yeah, for those who don't know, so I did you might remember I was playing Yakuza Island Express, some of you, the bug pinball postman game, which JKX Win is a big fan of in chat and speedruns it quite a bit. And that game has a randomizer mode, at least kind of in beta testing, like you have to like specifically like try to lock it on Steam via a tab. So they haven't added it to like the standard release yet. I was playing through that. Okay, I remember this one now. So yeah, I was playing through that. Well, X-Win was on Discord, and I got into a sort of unwinnable state on it, or at least one where we had to go about things in different order. Basically because it generated like 2 of the same item that we don't need. And because of the way the randomizer works, that basically meant that like that duplicate item was taking the place of another one. I think what it was, it meant we couldn't 100% it, so from that point on, X-Men was able just to tell me which way to go to get it finished, at least to go to the ending, but... And yeah, it sounds like, because he's in contact with the developers, yeah, this helped them with the randomizer specifically. X-Wing got like 2 of the people who worked on Yakuza Island Express to watch my randomizer run. Which is a bit sort of like, oh god, I hope my commentary or gameplay weren't embarrassing. That's quite cool, like the developers watching my footage and then being able to use that for kind of beta testing. You did not get the bug. So let's have a look. Do you have more than... Oh, that'd be cool, yeah, so they can see there's demand for it. Yeah, as I said, I think that's a really cool trend, randomizers possibly becoming more common in games where it really... Like, could we have a Yakuza randomizer? Sure, why not? Going to be quicker with this guy. Oh, you bugger. So we got a weapon. I bet we've got some way to like disarm somebody who's using a gun, but it might have to be as they're trying to shoot. definitely hate it when he crouches. Ow. Thankfully it's only a little, like, it's only a flesh wound, you know? Could be much worse. Oh! There we are, that's what I'd be wanting. I just needed enough meter for it. There we are. We've got enough meter to do it again. Lovely. Yeah, it's really cool. It was nice to, I mean, speaking of achievements or trophies, I did actually get all the achievements on Yoku in the end. With a bit of help from X-Win on Discord, actually, which is really appreciated. And yeah, I would like to, if that randomizer gets updated a bit more and they're able to fix some of the kinks with it, I would like to give it another go down the line. It's a lovely game as well. If you haven't played Yakuza Island Express, it generally goes quite cheap on sale. So it's definitely recommended. Oh god, how do I... There we are. Just keep shooting them repeatedly. There we are. Just right in the face.
Omae ra, doko no soshiki no mon da? Gokudouじゃねえな。なんでペンダントのことを知ってる？おい、答えろ！
俺たちは
はるか、大丈夫か？
出血の割には傷は浅い。大丈夫だ。心配ないだろう。
おじさん、助けに来てくれたんだね。
ああ。
ごめんね、私が勝手なことばかりするから。
はるか、俺もお前に謝らなきゃいけないことがあるんだ。ちゃんと聞いてくれるか？
うん。
水木、お前のお母さんな、もう死んでいたんだ。すまない。助けることができなかった。
Poor Finn. This is bloody ruins, man.
ごめんな、はるか。
Is she consoling us? This is after she's been shot as well. Or at least, like, had a bullet graze on her.
Kiryu-san!
Gosh.
撃たれた男の胸にこのバッジがついていた。俺はこの線から少し探ってみることにする。
ああ、頼む。すまない。こんな騒動に巻き込んじまって。
何言ってんすか？そんなことを言わないでください。
そうですよ。俺らの方こそ銃向けられたっきり何もできませんでした。すみません。
Oh. You were held at gunpoint, lads. It's alright. It's alright to be a bit helpless.
おう、このお嬢ちゃんが噂の子か。
Yeah, no worries at all, X-Win. Thanks so much for tuning in. As I say, I'll have a look at their reaction to the Yakuza Island Express developers' reaction to my gameplay. That'll be quite funny to see. Yeah, enjoy Trials of Mother, man. All the best.
嫌われちまったかな。
なあ、この子をしばらくかくまってほしいんだが。
わかったよ。でもあんたに頼まれ事するのも妙な気分だな。
ああ、俺もだ。
ここを好きに使うといい。まあ外見はちょいとあれだが。
花屋、恩に切る。ありがとう。
まあいいって。ここならヤクザも警察も攻めては来ねえ。安心していいぜ。
桐生、俺は一度署に戻る。明日は錦山と会うんだ。今日はもう休め。
God, yeah, we're about to meet our friend and major arch villain in this, which, gosh.
伊達さん、
須藤。
ここは世良の殺害現場です。4課の伊達さんが何か。
そうだな。邪魔したな。
10年前のあなたは私にとって目標だった。的確な捜査、周到な計画、そして事件への執着心。どれをとっても刑事として一流だった。それが今、あなたの行動が理解できません。
何が言いたい？
私はあなたとあなたの協力者を監視しています。これは忠告ですよ、先輩。
須藤、お前に真実は捕まえられしない。
Ooh. I know I was a bit sort of like, he said senpai, he said senpai, I know what that means. Quite novel. Hiya, Cumberdanes. How you doing, man? We're on chapter 7 out of 12, I think it was, so... We're going to, I guess I'm trying to be on the rate of doing a chapter a day, at the moment. I mean, the plan is for this not to be a completely non-stream, but... Matt, that happened again the other day. When Peds was streaming like viewer request games, that happened again for him. We got the legendary cum honk, and it was strange.
それにあの子にとっちゃ玉の遊びの方がいい薬になるさ。俺はここで待ってるから行ってやってくれ。
傷は大丈夫なのか？
うん、もう全然平気だよ。伊達さんも玉がかすっただけだから大丈夫って言ってた。
おいおい、それが刑事の言うセリフか？本当なら医者に見せるところだ。
きっとこんな経験したことのある子他にいないよね。ドラマのヒロインになってみたい。
ずいぶん肝っ玉が座ってんな。まあ、あまり無茶するんじゃねえぞ。
了解。
God, she's made of sterner stuff than I am.
お暇なんですか？
まあな。
じゃあ面白い場所がありますね。中道通りと太平通りのぶつかる。
宝くじじゃ気晴らしいんだ。
I'm kind of with Kiryu actually. I'm not really a lottery guy. Not really my jam.
いやいや、話はこれからです。
はるかは携帯電話持ってるのか？
持ってるわけないじゃない。周りにいたんだから。
なんだ。伊達さんが最近はガキでも持ってるなんて言ってた。
I mean, if one's into it, it's okay, you know. It's fair enough.
クラスの子はみんな持ってるよ。放課後はいつもメールで待ち合わせしてたりするし。
え？文通でもしてるのか？
やだおじさん、メールも知らないの？さすがに遅れすぎ。
何？メールって手紙のことじゃない？
I mean, he has been away for 10 years. Forgive me, Cumber, what card game specifically is there? We did play Blackjack briefly, but I assume that's not what you mean necessarily. I'm being very lazy at the moment. I'm just using the taxi a lot. Oh, I have it actually. Oh, cool. Maybe we'll try and play that if we get the chance. And maybe see if they have any more plush toys of interest. Plush toys of interest in the crane machine. Oh, collectible card game. Oh. As I said, I think with this one, I'm not as fussed on doing the side stuff as in Zero, but I would like to. Like the last stream yesterday, we had quite a bit of, we did quite a bit of side quest stuff on that. Oh, gosh, he's doing well there. It's sort of occurred to me where we are sprinting. We're being a bit.
あら。ああ。入場するには10万円分の掛け
Oh,
札を先に
jeez.
買ってもらうけど。
We have to buy 100,000 yen worth. Is that really what we have to do for the next story beat? Oh gosh, that could be a bit of a roadblock if you don't have 100,000. Cool Kumba. I was happy to see the pocket racing back in this. That was cool to witness.
いつ開いてるんだろう。
待て、それはきっと大人が入る店だ。お前にはまだ早い。
God damn it, they interrupted. That's always something I find a bit annoying in games. I remember Nier Automata was quite bad for that, where you want to catch all the interplay dialogue between the characters as they move about, and then it can be interrupted for one reason or another by accident. And then you just can't have the dialogue play again. It's like, well, the game is too cool. Oh wow! Oh, I like that. That's very Batman Arkham, actually. Bashing two goons' heads together. Oh, sorry. This is the wretched. Yeah, no worries at all, Kumba. Oh, you're saying the card game incentivizes you to explore. Oh, cool, Kraken. Maybe I'll give that a look, although, well, maybe try and be done with this chapter by 10, but we'll see. Oh my god. Oh. How much R&D went into that swiveling wall door? Gosh.
おじさん。
本当に。
元気だよ。腕も大丈夫だから。
She found that her mother died today. How is she? God, she put on a very brave face. Fair play to her. Oh yeah, Cricket, nice. I assume we do have to kids deal with trauma better. I suppose it might be more abstract in a way, mightn't it? Like perhaps the full realization of it doesn't. I mean, I suppose it's more likely for adult minds to be just completely broken than child minds, isn't it? We get weighed down quite easily. Or the field trip.
ただ、ここには子供料金なんてありませんぜ。入ります。さあ、張った張った。
じゃあ。
Oh, she's into it.
一斉のいい子だ。
じゃあ。
Where'd she get that from? This inclination for gambling. That's right. Oh god, there's so much going on at once. What? Am I gonna regret? Yeah, go on. Snake eyes. Hey, okay, can we just quit there? Because we've sure. Oh gosh. Are we just gonna keep making bank from her remarkably accurate Okay, I'm gonna whip out a little bit. I'll bet less that time. Just what I did then. Kiryu grunted. Go on then. Hey, there we go. Made back what we lost. We're really sticking to even, aren't we? Ooh, it's my bet low on that. That's quite novel, isn't it? Can you win or lose that section then? Oh, it is scripted. Oh, cool.
なんか私才能あるかも。
そうだな。
私のおかげで勝ったんだからね。何かおごってよ。
Nice of the prize, that girl. Wow.
いや、お待たせしました。年のせいか小便が近いもんで。さあ、続いて参りましょう。入ります。勝負。
次はね。
Well done, Cricken. Yeah, you got that done relatively quickly. What's your kind of main desire for that? Is that for like import stuff? Is that for emulators? I don't really know that much about PS3 custom firmware. I assume it's quite the best intentions. I assume it's busted quite wide open, isn't it? Ooh. Ooh.
随分変わったサイコロだ。
味方じゃねえか。どうなってんだこれ。ふざけやがって。おい、出てこい。味方だ。つまみだぜ。
Oh, nice, Cricket. Yeah, so you'll be using like the official PS2 emulator on that. And like injecting ISOs into that. Nice. Yeah, you can get quite a bit out of that, I bet. I don't know if, because I know the PS3 can be a pain to stream, right? Because there's like weird DRM, I think, on the, on like the HDMI output on it, I want to say. So I don't know if like custom firmware would make that easier at all. Like, can they kind of remove that, or is it not as simple as that? Because that could be cool for streaming purposes, couldn't it? Ow. God, it's a really awkward space to fight in. Oh shit, yeah, I really should have bought more health shrugs. Come on, can we not do There we go. I love that, just crunching two skulls together. Oh gosh, we're back in here. Oh, that gives me life, man. Yeah, we might be a bit screwed here. I really should have put more health drugs. his just feels so crunchy in this. Look at that, so many of them. It's just really hard to... Ideally we want to kind of isolate one at a time, don't we? But... Oh, no, I mean cricket, I suppose I could probably do that as well. What I mean is, I know the PS3 is a bit of a pain to, like, try and hook up to a capture card, I think I'm right in saying. So I was just kind of wondering if, like, custom firmware could, like, make that easier. I'm just kind of spitballing, maybe it can't at all, I think you've streamed PS3 before now, haven't you? And you seem to not have too much trouble with it, at least from what I can gather. No, I'm a bit worried about this. We don't have many health drinks, and there's still so many of them. And he's, oh, there we go. We got one of the ones whose health was basically down to nothing. Oh, come on, we're getting that. Yeah, but it's just... Oh, you bugger! Oh, Jesus. Oh, I've only got a pack of tissues left, so... yeah, let's go for the pipe, I guess. Oh, you bugger. Yeah, I feel like this game's harder than Zero. Oh, cool. How did you remove the streaming block? That's clever on your behalf. Right, let's try this again. Maybe I'll get a weapon out from the start. And maybe next time I'll actually remember to pack more health drinks. Like, even with, it feels like they've really balanced it for that, actually. Oh, we've got the Goemon sword, which got me very excited. Well, okay, dagger. Just go bonkers with that, shall we? God, this is a bit of a cruel fight because it's just in such an enclosed space and there's so many of them on top of that. They can just keep wailing on you from there. So, God, look at this. Right, let's go for that. Whoa! Jesus. Yeah, that landed. I mean, that has used our whole rush meter, mind you, but good lord. Yeah, I think using more weapons is kind of the trick to this, isn't it?
The galaxy depends on your fucking moves.
I don't have them on this one, Matt. That was only for the other character, unfortunately. Majima, who is in this game, but he's not playable. Like that and the baseball bat, yeah, I definitely found him easier to play as than Kiryu in both that game and this. Jeez. Right, here we go. Hey. Right, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay, get off. Okay, I think using weapons is definitely, I kept forgetting you could use weapons in Zero. It didn't feel like they were emphasized, whether they're more emphasized than this, or I'm just sort of being a bit less forgetful, I don't know, but... Yeah, now that you said that, Matt, I am really missing those breakdance moves. Imagine I had, they were pretty wonderful. In Zero, just use that. Oh, nice. Any of you keen on Tekken, by the way? I was playing that with Jeff earlier on Steam. I'm not that familiar with Tekken, but it was great fun. Maybe want to play it some more. Got Soul Calibur as well, so we'll probably stream that at some point. And then, if anyone else has one of those games on PC, they're welcome to join in. I mean, unfortunately, they're not. Let's try that again, shall we? Unfortunately, they're not crossplay. Oh, nice, yeah, any fighting game, honestly, I'd be down for, Kraken, yeah, I've got that on. I mean, you can get Skullgirls dirt cheap on PC, yeah, just let me know, I'm always happy for that. I do love me a fighting game, I'm not great at them, but I was really getting into Tekken, probably more than I ever have Tekken, to be honest, just playing against Jeff earlier. I mean, it helps that they've got a Street Fighter guy, they've got Akuma in Tekken 7, so... There was like a light bit of transferable skill. Not a huge amount. Yeah, I was thinking of Rivals of Ether because I saw that got an update recently. Would definitely be up for that. That game is excellent, Rivals of Ether, isn't it? I don't know Smash Brothers clones very well, but that, if there's a better one than that, I'd be surprised. It's so good, isn't it? Gorgeous pixel art as well. Oh, nice. This is quite a cool fight in a way, actually, because it ended up being quite to the last. Like, I had to use every weapon I had. Every health drink we had as well, so it ended up being probably one of the more tense fights I've had in one of these games, which is quite fun.
もう勘弁してくれ。
さまあやらかした壺振りのけじめ。どこでも相場が決まってるもんだ。
いや、でもそれは。
お客人、大変失礼いたしました。手前、ここの仕切りをやらせていただいております。
Oh, what a nice fella.
この壺振りは流れ物でして、当方知らぬこととはいえ、お詫びの言葉もございません。この落とし前は
You don't have to cut off his little finger, alright? We've had enough of that in this game.
この後始末、手前どもにお任せいただけませんでしょうか。もちろん、ただでとは申しません。
俺たちも帰るとこだ。あとはあんたに任せるさ。
ご理解いただきありがとうございます。
Right, no cut off fingers, alright, lads? You don't have to punish him that much. I don't know, just flick his ears or something. Doesn't have to be that brutal. Oh, nice, we got our money back. We broke even then. There's a strange sequence to have be story mandatory, wasn't there? Quite fun though. Right, I'm gonna pop to the loo really quickly, and then hopefully I'll remember to buy loads of health drinks in game, not in real life, when I come back. But yeah, back in a second, everyone. Oh, this one's for you, Cricken. Oh my goodness, what have you put on? Oh, I think you put this on before, haven't you? Sorry about the in-game rain over the playlist music and song requests. That's probably the most appropriate use of that sound effect, in a way. I mean, it's like rain on your wedding day, but it's sort of more like, well, it is rain on your fin. That's meant to be nice. Yeah, so the secret of the Mario and Sonic Olympics games is that they have really amazing remixes of a lot of great Mario and Sonic tunes. I think that one was from like the 2014 one. I think that one in particular has some really great ones. And they dig pretty deep, like, I like how they went to all the advanced Sonic games there. For a really good remix there. But yeah, let's get back to business to defeat the Hun, shall we? Oh good, I would have forgotten I need to buy health drinks if I hadn't just looked at my inventory and just saw that one sad tissue packet there. Okay, good, so... yeah, we need to pop up there. And on the way... No, we will not take our child with us to the adult DVD store. Let's not do that, shall we? But we will go to the, we'll pop to the drugstore briefly. Oh, nice combo. Was that on PS3? What did you think? The one impression I get with Sonic Unleashed is that it's probably best played if you have a... I feel like that game's probably best if you just have a complete save file and just go straight to the daytime stages without like all the stuff in between. I mean, maybe give the Werehog stages a go just out of morbid curiosity, right? But I know people don't tend to like the pattern in that game, both of the Werehog and the I think you have to get like a number of medals, is it? Or something like that to often progress. I didn't mind the way Sonic Generations handled padding too much, where it's just like the various challenge levels you had to do on each stage, which were just like little kind of interesting platforming or other kind of mechanics. Not all of them were winners, but they were generally alright. Oh, sorry. I think you just had to do 3 at a time, or like, you didn't have to do that many to go through to them. You're streaming it on PS now, you're getting quite a lot of use out of that, aren't you? Fair play. Is it quite, because I'm kind of curious how, like, if I tried, like, Stadia or something like that, what that'd be like on, I'm kind of wondering now what that would be like on Evernet. I know I'm not shutting up about Evernet, but I've been really... probably more than I should have been, but I've been really shocked at how much of a difference it makes, honestly. And also regretful I didn't go onto it sooner. Maybe stretch the budget a little bit. There we are. Awesome. Like, what did you think of the Werehog stage? It is cool that at the very least PS3 games are still available. I mean, that's not the most ideal way in a lot of ways, I guess, but at least they've got something in place for that, right? Ooh, that'd be quite good. I think we want that. I don't really need the being drunk makes you immune to stunning and paralysis, but we'll grab that, sure, why not? I think on this point on, everything on this board is 50. Oh, there is that row. Let's get quite a few of these, actually. Probably should have got that one sooner, where in heat mode we can't be knocked to the ground as easily. Yeah, let's grab that as well. Oh, that's great combo, fair play. Oh. I think it's probably worth people trying that, isn't it? Like, 'cause I think people have kind of dismissed that kind of streaming tech, and it wouldn't want to be the main. I wouldn't want it to be the main way I play games, but I'll probably try that free Stadia trial sometime. Like, why not? Pasties. Damn straight, my man. Damn straight. Oh gosh. Absolutely. One day we will return to that back playthrough. It will be glorious. I mean, it'll be mediocre as it was when we last tried it, but it will be what it was. Have you decided, maybe chat can help you out actually, Pasty, what game are you going to play next? I reckon you should maybe do one of the games you got from Limited Run. You got like Celeste from there, didn't you? And also Momodora, I think it's called? The one I really like, the kind of pixel art, slightly dark in tone Metroidvania with a slight anime art style. Really good game, that. Yeah, it is one of those. It's kind of like the Lego games, to be honest, where they can't really hold me in single player, but if you do it in co-op, they kind of they work a bit better like that, don't they? Oh, I've got the Surge 1 actually. I got that in a really cheap bundle on, I think, Fanatical. One of those. Is he practicing his golf swings? I got it on one of those really cheap, one of those websites they often do cheap Steam bundles. Which isn't dodgy, honest. So they could get some dodgy websites in that regard, but as I said, I think it was Fanatical, that's one of the legit ones. Yeah, people have Kiryu sussed out pretty well by this one, where it's like, yeah, wherever we go, brawls are likely to start. So.
Kiryu,
do you have the Surge on PlayStation Plus? Pastos?
何仕掛けてくるかわからねえぞ。
はるかを頼む。
分かってる。
10年ぶりの親友と飲んでくるよ。少し遅くなるかもしれない。
うん、気をつけてね、おじさん。
Ah, we will. This is a bit heartbreaking, really, because
お前10年前とあんまり変わってねえよな。
そうか。自分ではよくわからねえが。
俺なんか見てみろ。白髪がどんだけ増えたと思ってんだ。
それだけ何事にも全力で当たってきたってことだろう。
あいにく不器用なもんでね。そんな生き方あったとしても気づかなかっただろうよ。
ま、10年前より今の方がずっと男前だ。それは確かだぜ。
Yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking, really, because the Yakuza 0 really... The arc Nishiki and Kiryu go through together, by the end they are such best buds, so... I honestly had no idea it would just immediately take this turn in Kiwami. It's quite upsetting, really. Cumber. Damn straight. Just like they all I realize what this could sound like, obviously don't mean it like that, but like they just open their trench coats and they're just pockets lined with Steam codes on I don't know, tracing paper or something. Oh, there you go, there's the... I assume that's related to what you guys were talking about, that card game. You've got the card captor, nice nod to that manga and anime series. But yeah, you got that card capture ability there, which I assume helps you track the cards down. Yeah, it is set up. Yeah, I do get what you mean, Cricket. You can kind of see where that... I just wasn't necessarily given how triumphantly bro-y they are by the end of... But yeah, it's not. It does. I'm not saying it feels out of character. It is still quite a surprise, but yeah, I can see what you mean with those insecurities. How it could go to that.
これから錦が来るんだぞ。
だからよ、あなたたち殺し合いでもするんじゃない？
レーナ。
Yeah, if you play the Surge pasties, I'll give it a go sometime.
錦。
久しぶりだな、兄弟。
Ooh, God, he has changed, doesn't he?
酒を。10年前。
Well, nice pasties.
お前とこうして飲むのも。ああ。面会にも行かなくて悪かった。俺もいろいろ忙しくてな。
そうだろうな。
俺はどうしても100億を手に入れたい。お前が連れているガキとペンダントを渡せ。
その前に答えろ。なぜ水木を殺した？
殺す気はなかったんだ。
Ooh.
殺すつもりなんかな。
I like the. You said they weren't there in the original Cricket. I like the cutscenes they've added to kind of flesh Nishiki out a bit more in those.
親父。何やってんだ。すいません。この女、結局口を割りませんでした。誰が殺せと言った？親父。待ってください。弓の妹なんだぞ。
I mean, he is right.
誰が殺せと言った？誰が言ったんだ
！Oof.
親父、あとはきっちり片付けておきますから。
Yeah, this one, that does seem like a pivotal one.
10年間、俺はユミの行方を追い続けた。ユミの妹がセレナで働いていると知り、俺はずっと彼女をマークしてたんだよ。いつかそこにユミが現れるんじゃないかってな。
はるかのこともそれで知ったのか？
巡り合わせだよな。あの娘はひまわりにいたんだ。俺たちが育ったあの孤児院にな。水木はその後アレスを持ち、そして姿を消した。ひまわりにいた娘も。そして登場界の100億が抜かれる。だがな、
それは
そうだ、ユミの指輪だ。こいつが現場で見つかったんだ。ユミはいる。近くに必ずな。桐生、これは登場界の戦争だ。お前一人でどうなるもんでもない。悪いようにはしねえ。ペンダントを渡してくれ。
あれははるかにとって唯一残された母親とのつながりだ。お前らの戦争なんて関係ね
え。変わらねえな。だからユミもお前に惹かれたんだろう。みんなお前の味方をする。
Ooh, there's that jealousy there, isn't there?
俺のことを憎んでいるのか？
わからねえ。だが結局俺はお前を裏切った。風間の親父もな。もう後戻りはできね
え。まさか風間の親さんを撃ったのは？
なあ、さすがにやっとけ。手が震
え
た。やめてよ二人とも。
なんでだ。親さんに世話になった恩はねえのか？
まだくたばっちゃねえだろう。それに今はシンジも一緒だしな。
おやさん、着きました。
お前、シンジを盗聴して。
10年前のあの日から俺は誰も信じちゃいない。俺は俺のやり方で登場界のトップに立つ。 どうしても水木の娘よこさねえならお前でも容赦はしない。
好きにしろ。だが遥を渡さねえ。お前の道具になんかさせやしね
え。今更だがお前ともう一度一緒にやりたかった。だがもう今日限り兄弟じゃね
え。
なんでこんなことになっちゃったの。なんで。
Yeah, that stuff hits a lot harder again after having played Zero. Like that would have been there in the original, wouldn't it? But maybe not as impactful.
ああ、やってくれ。はい。
It is funny, Crooked, because I saw what you meant with, like, the cover makes it obvious he's the bad of this. I didn't realise that was his face on it, though. Get away, you jerks. Oh, poor Rainer, a bar just always gets trashed. I'll sort him out. Oh, that's how you sell pasties on... not that that would be the only reason you'd play it, but if the platinum is relatively within reach, pasties will like to hear that. But it's actually, you say you got scammed out of it. That sucks, man. So, like, as long as you know the methodology for the Series Platinum, sounds like it might not be too bad. Oh, cool! Oh, I took the jazz in this track. What's the deal? God, the battle themes are so good at these, aren't they? Oh, just about activate that before he was about to hurt now. We'll see if we can. We probably can't, but we'll see if we can do this without needing a health drink. I might be about to regret that decision. Oh no, there we are. That was lucky. Oh, nice cricket. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to hear the compare the two versions. So say here and there, I'm watching footage of the original just to see what it looks like compared to the.
お久しぶりです、桐生のおじき。親父の命令です。恨まんでください。
It just goes straight in. I kind of want a mod on this that like puts the PS2 character models in. God, the difference just it's quite a difference, isn't it? I feel like in this one, I might be misremembering Zero, but I feel like you fight bigger hordes of enemies more in this. And it feels like they're generally... Oh, how do I... Oh, in fact, there's a little bit of Dynasty Warriors in there where they use an all attack at the same time, but still inevitably you're gonna get like hit by ones behind you while you try and sort the rest of them out. This is definitely one of my favourite battle themes here. I really love this one. There's one that's early in Yakuza 0, which I don't think plays too much later on in that game, but there's one Yakuza 0 I really like as well. stay the hell away from big boss man there, shall we? God, look at this! Look at this Final Fantasy limit break sword attacks there. God. Let's take that. Oh, you bugger. Going ruthless, isn't they? No, I remember that coming out, and I also remember the infamous E3 conference for the sequel with Tak Fuji. He's an absolute legend. He's really funny on Twitter as well. The one where he talks about like 1 million troops and other lovely things. I remember that was like, it was a relatively early 360. I feel like that was one of the early Xbox 360 Japan. I think it was exclusive. I think it's one of those games that's really forgotten now, but I do remember seeing quite a lot of hype for it at the time. I assume you're mentioning it because it has so many enemies on screen at once. I think that was like one of its. It was kind of a showcase of how many enemies they could render that gen, wasn't there? Yeah, I need to sort my weapons out. Guess we got better armor on, but... Ow. 360, yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing about that a lot, and again, it's probably just not a game anyone's talked about in years. I don't know if it's backwards compatible on, I assume they're both Kiwami, right? Ah, damn it. A lot of the time I'm trying to run away from the enemies, but... like, try and bait them into attacks and then run away from them, but I do underestimate the range of them quite often. Ooh, just while I was, yeah, I love this battle theme quite a bit. Oh, well, that's probably why it got quite a lot of attention then, I bet. I think the sequel kind of came without a trace, and it's probably most remembered again for that infamous E3 conference. God, it's 10 years since that. If you've never seen that, it's really worth watching that Kiwami conference. It's such a enjoyable, weird train wreck with incredibly misguided decisions made in that presentation. Here we are. Lovely. There we go, we just got the big, their head honcho is always the one with the most health in these games. In a group like this. Just gotta sort him out now. It could be ruthless, this, can't it? Maybe, ooh. God, yeah, we need a weapon really, but I think we've run out of everything, both in the environment. Blooming heck, this game is harder than Zero, isn't it? It has to be. I feel like the enemies are a bit smarter and a bit, and their attack combos are just a little bit... Oh, Jesus Christ. Hi, Jeff, you're coming into a bit of a tough time we're having. How you doing, Jeff? Go bonkers. There we go. Nice. No worries about being lurky, Jeff. I know quite a few of us are streaming at the moment. Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks again for attacking earlier. I was saying earlier how much I enjoyed that. And Cricket seemed interested in doing some fighting games as well. I think one thing to be fair with, I mean Zero might have had this as well, but I think there is some emphasis on interrupting combos with, yeah, like I did it then, so I think I need to be just doing that more often. That's why I think I do need to, maybe I can practice off stream in the Coliseum mode on this. Yeah, it seems like if you press guard right after you get attacked, that seems to be... Yeah, I need to be doing that way more often. Yeah, also we just... Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ. God damn it. It's so bloody ruthless, this game at times. I think much more than the first one was, as I say, than Zero was. Not to belabor that point. Oh, it's Tekken 7 on PC, Cumber. I think, I don't have the PS4 here anyway, but I think Jeff has it on PS4 as well if he did want to play him on there. I wish it was cross-play like Street Fighter 5 was. But alas. You're currently creating Marble Zone, Jeff. Oh, you played... Is that Sonic... what's it called? That Sonic Level Maker... the fan-made one that's in the work and looks really bloody good, honestly. I'm following the guy who's or at least one of the lead people on it, and yeah, that looks fantastic. I assume that's what you mean. Speaking of fan-made Sonic stuff, I believe I saw Sonic Free Air got an update as well recently. I'll have to try and download that and see what that was. Oh, right, Jeff! Oh, that's fun. That's still fun, though, in its own lovely way. I honestly thought, as I say, I don't know if there's like a demo of it, so I don't know why you would be on it, but I honestly thought that's what you meant, the Sonic level fan creator. You were good at attacking earlier, man. You were good as, is it Kin, the Tiger Head man? Yeah, that might be the most I've ever enjoyed Tekken, honestly. I've had fun with it before, like, at a friend's houses briefly, but it's one of the big fighting game series I've never got that much into, but I was really enjoying 7. I mean, I love the goofiness of Tekken as well. I love how just insane the plot is. You've got like the crazy animal characters as well, which I like. The robot, the wooden robot person. Oh, really? I didn't see that come, but that's awesome. Oh, that's really cool to see. Look at this! Yeah, I think maybe another thing on this as well, I need to sort my weapons out a bit more. As in actually have working ones. I mean, at least in this you can get enemies I love that in a game like this, I mean obviously Dark Souls themselves and that kind of thing, I love just barely dodging attacks. It's such a thrill, isn't it? Hi, still alive, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming to me just getting absolutely slaughtered. A bit of a tough time, but we are enjoying ourselves. At the very least, I am like remembering one or two little tricks. So the main one being interrupting combos, which is especially good for the jerk enemy on this, who's really causing us some trouble. Cool. Oh, that's awesome, Cumber. Oh, I love the mix of kind of just game marathons or game speedruns and then doing that for charity. It's such a nice kind of use of a community like that, just sort of a fun thing in general to tune into. Oh, that is really cool. Oh gosh. I suppose, Jeff, quicker than anyone else, if we do a race again, I suppose we could just, like, have a link to donate to, like, I was watching something today that had Mims in, who some of you know. They were doing, like, these funny Animal Crossing events called the Animal Crossing Olympics. It was really well set up, actually. Like, the guy who hosted it did some really clever things to have them do all kinds of little challenges on his island. Beyond that, they had just a link to donate to the NHS. That'd be nice just to throw that out, buying that. Oh, cool! Kill the Monsters is Neo Geo, isn't there? Quite a fun, silly little game, that, isn't it? I never get to consider like one of the deepest games ever or anything, but it's got like great presentation, hasn't it, as you'd expect from a Neo Geo game. Oh, just, that combo goes on for bloody ages and then he recovers really quickly from it. No, just saying, like, if we do a race again, I might just have, like, my bot post a link to a charity. So I suppose we could say, I mean, whether anyone will do it now, I don't know. It'd be a nice little thing just to throw it, wouldn't it? Oh, you not Cumber? I think I've played it. I think I've seen it like in reviews on YouTube while I played it, but so I definitely consider like as mechanically good as like the best of the Neo Geo fighters, but yeah, I'm sick of this jerk. We need to sort him out pronto. Really bloody ruining my day. Come on here. Oh, bloody hell, look at this man. Oh, I really want to pound your face into the ground now, mate. Come on. Oh, jeez. So that's from recent experiences at Cumber. You weren't a fan. Right, here we are. Awesome. I hate this, but there's some really annoying stuff in the fight. Like, I hate this recovering health thing. It's not my favourite. Just I hate that in like Pokemon games when they use full restore like a gym leader does. Ooh, nice nice one, Jeff. I could do with an off after fighting this jerk. Get off. Get off. I mean, at least he didn't skewer us while we were on the ground that time. I mean, I think I might be going into these a bit unprepared as well, mind you, as I say. I think I need to learn a few more of the techniques and make sure I've got weapons going and such. Nearly there. Promise to stop being crouchy soon. Way, especially after that. I mean, SNK games are known for like really hard bosses, aren't they, Gamba? Good place for guitar riff, yeah. Why not?
そうそう、初めからそう言えよ。ま、今日はでかい取り立てが久々にできたんだ。組長さん、あんたラッキーだぜ。ま、借金まみれでギャンブル狂いの医者にも感謝した方がいいな。医者？でもあの野郎も急に金ができたから返済するとか抜かしやがって。一体何やれかしたんだろうな。
what a coinky-dink.
3000万だ。親の遺産でも入ったのかね。おい、何なんだ。
Ooh, that's the doctor who said he had to pay that much for.
3000万.
Yeah. I thought that guy did look a bit. There was something off about him. It's kind of oddly dishevelled. So this is another flashback scene. So this is like, the game is currently taking place in like 2005, but this scene is like 96, I think. And from what Crooked says, it sounds like they added those in the in this remake. It's a nice way to flesh out his character. Oh, nice combo. Who did you used to play as?
逃げるように出て行ったきり連絡もつかなくて、何かあったんですか？
クソみてえなやつにも頭下げて死ぬ気で金を用意したってのに、今までの時間は一体何だったんだ。もう優子には時間がねえってのに。
God, is that how the chapter ends? Yeah, look at this. God, that's one way to call the end of a stream, isn't it? Yeah, so he's the sympathetic villain in this. Or with a sympathetic backstory, anyway. There we go, so... Yeah, there we go, all done. Yeah, I like Terry. It's a very fun, charismatic character. I just like the way he says things, like, okay, and a lot of Buster Wolves thrown in there. Yeah, let's go raid our good friend Anus. Yeah, thank you very much everyone. A bit of a shorter stream, but as I say, I want to kind of chip away at this every day. So I shall keep doing that. I can never bloody think of a raid message. I'm not very good at that. I mean, that could be the raid message if you want. Ugh, sorry, I'm just suddenly lethargy out of nowhere. But yeah, let's go over, shall we? Thank you so much, everyone. All the best. Good night.